Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Kyle, also known as Riots, and welcome back to another No Man's Sky video. Now, today's going to be a review on No Man's Sky, and let me just say this right from the start. No Man's Sky can really look amazing sometimes.
This is ground control to Major Tom. You really made the grade, and the papers want to know who shot you away.
No Man's Sky has taken the gaming community by storm, and it is probably one of the most anticipated games of 2016. But the question on everyone's mind is this game good, and should I buy it? So hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will have hopefully you'll make up your mind, alright? So in this video, we'll be basically going over like the pros and cons. I'll give you guys some of my feelings over certain things in the game, and again, hopefully by the end of this video, you guys can make up your mind, and hopefully you have an answer to your questions. So without further ado, let's hop right into this. The first thing I'm going to do real quick is give you guys a little overview of the game, because when they promoted this game and when they showed it off at E3, when they showed all the trailers and stuff, they didn't really do a great job as explaining what the game is and what the purpose of the game is, if that makes any sense. They just sort of showed off some gameplay, and that's, I guess, what kind of misled a few people with this game. Because when I went into the game, I didn't even know it was like a survival type of game. I thought it was going to be some sort of like a sandbox game, but it was not. So let me give you guys a little explanation of what the game actually is, first and foremost. So, No Man's Sky is basically a survival space exploration game, alright? That's basically what it is, and you can explore millions of trillions of planets, and it's crazy. It's crazy how much stuff it's a one-of-a-kind game. You don't really see this very often, and it is one of the first of its kind. And you can basically trade. You can go to space stations, buy new ships. You can trade with the aliens, find all these new species, explore, and it is crazy what you can do in the game. All right, and yeah, that's basically a little explanation of that.
Make the ground shake.
The first and foremost thing we're going to talk about is the things to do in No Man's Sky. Now, let me sum up some things you guys can do, alright? So, the main objective, really, of the game is to get to the center of the galaxy. And you can do that by pretty much upgrading your starship. You can upgrade your character's exosuit, your multi-tool, mine materials. You can explore different things around the world. You can go trade with alien species and talk to alien species, learn their language and their knowledge, as well as you can just again explore different galaxies, planets, go to space stations. You can raid other traders and get their materials, as well as you can get attacked by other spaceships and stuff. Go to the space stations, trade with people there, as well as you can go to the market, galactic market, and trade stuff. And that's about it, guys. Really, this game is all about trading and sort of building up your character to get to the center of the galaxy, okay? And your main objective is to really do that. There's also some side objectives, like go to the Atlas interface, it is called, and do all that stuff. I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end of the game, but you guys will figure it out for yourself. But mainly this game, really what you're doing on the most part is you're just exploring, guys. There's really not a huge survival aspect. There is some mining and stuff involved, but you're mostly just exploring, okay, guys? And that pretty much sums up the things to do in this game. There really isn't too many things to do, which is definitely a big just thing lacking in this game, is there's not really too many gameplay elements, which is really, I guess, it's because of this, it takes a big toll out of the game, and this is why I don't think this game is worth $60, okay? This game is fun if you like exploring, if you like doing all that stuff, but there really isn't too much to do within the game, because after a while, exploring different planets, trading with people, it just gets really boring, and there's no really other big objective besides getting to the center of the galaxy. That's about it. So I guess the things to do in this game really just hurts it, okay? There needs to be more things to do. You need to do things maybe like I'm suggesting base building, maybe do a little bit of, maybe you can do like houses, I don't know, build your own spaceship. Maybe there could be quests you can do for some of the traders or the aliens. I think stuff like that would make this game awesome, but you never know. It could come in future updates, because there is no download. They said there's no DLC going to be for the game, but free DLC. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, but as of right now, there's really not much to do in this game, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Alright, now we're going to be talking about the graphics of the game, because this game absolutely looks beautiful, okay? I don't care what anybody says, this game looks amazing. I guess the only downside to some of the graphics is that obviously when you're going into planets, they have to generate the terrain and stuff like that, so there is a little bit of weird sort of rendering going on when you do enter the planets, but besides that, when you're on foot on the planets, you're just looking, taking in all the scenery. This game looks amazing, and they just did a great job nailing those graphics down, and just they kept their promise from E3, just making the game look amazing, and it's awesome, okay? That's all I wanted to say about the graphics. There's really nothing else to talk about. Let's get on to the next section. Alright, now we're going to be talking about the game mechanics. We're going to be talking about things from combats all the way up into flying vehicles and traveling to different galaxies, trading, all of that stuff. So we're really going to be talking about the gameplay, I guess you could say, in this one. And this is going to be one of the more longer sections. I'm trying to make this short and sweet for you guys, but I'm also trying to, pack it all in and try to give you guys the best sort of review as I can, because I don't like making ultra long videos. So let's give this a shot, shall we? So first things first, let's talk about the whole inventory system within the game. So you essentially have 3 different inventories within No Man's Sky, and that is the exosuit, the starship, and the multi-tool. Each of the things require different elements to power up and also upgrade your different your exosuit, starship, and multi-tool. So with the exosuit, you mainly use that to carry supplies, as well as do stuff like power your life support, which keeps you alive, as well as hazard protection that keeps you alive from storms, as well as like different climates and planets and all that stuff. So both of those things need to be charged up, and that's about it for that. And you can also upgrade it with other things you find around the world, and you can install different technology to your exosuits. Things like can be like jetpack upgrades, as well as like more things like stamina enhancers and all that fun stuff. Alright, the next thing is the starship. Now the starship, you guys should know what it is. This is where your starship inventory. This is, you can hold stuff in this, as well as this could just be a place where you can upgrade your starship. Each starship you can buy or find around the world has more slots, and the more slots you have, obviously the better it is, the more stuff you can hold on your ship. You can obviously install new technology into your ship and install different cannons, as well as like more damage and different types of blasters. And also this is where you can charge your hyperdrive up, which you can go to different galaxies with that, as well as things like launch thrusters, all that fun stuff you can do in your starship slots. And also, last but not least, in your multi-tool, this is basically your mining / weapon in the game. And mining tools, multi-tools, you can find these around on different spaceships. You can actually, or not spaceships, I'm sorry, you can find a lot of these multi-tools around different buildings around each of the planets. Some aliens, normally you want to go to the trading depots, or I'm not too sure of the name of trading posts, and normally they have a lot of weapons on the world you can buy with your units in the game, your currency, and stuff like that. And you can just find them throughout the world, really, and then you can upgrade it. You can charge it up again with different materials in the game, and that's about it for that. There really is nothing else. And that's it. The inventory system, honestly, is really easy to learn, and it's very, like, you don't really need a tutorial at all to learn it. It's very simple to use. Now I guess we can talk about the combat in this game, okay? Because we're on the topic of multi-tools and guns and stuff. So the combat in this game is pretty average, I'm gonna have to say. It's not the best, but it also isn't the worst, okay? You're equipped with this thing called a bolt caster, which is just basically a gun. It shoots laser beams and stuff, and you can, again, install different technology to make the gun a little better. They're mainly used to be taking out a lot of the drones around the map, as well as a lot of the species that roam the planets. And then we'll also talk about the spaceship combat a little bit. The spaceship combat is, again, pretty self-explanatory. It's really good. It's like dogfight style combat, and it's really fun too. The combat in this game from the spaceships, and I'd have to say it's pretty solid. So yeah, I guess that's really it for that. And I guess we'll talk a little bit about planets and stuff and all that stuff. So if you discover a planet, you can obviously rename it, and with that you can get currency, which the currency can be used to trade with different aliens, as well as just buy materials from the galactic market and stuff like that. And you can also travel to different galaxies using your star map, and the more warp you have, it's called the warp cells, the more places you can travel. Basically, that's pretty much how it works. And honestly, this game is really good with the game mechanics. They did a lot to it, and it is pretty solid for the most part. I think, again, that the main problem with this game is the things to do, guys, and that's what we're going to get into right now. Alright guys, these are my final thoughts on the game, okay? No Man's Sky, it is a fantastic game. It is a good game, alright? This game is visually appealing. It is amazing exploring all these different planets, and it is just awesome, and it's just an amazing experience trading, meeting all these different aliens, renaming your own planets, finding all these species, renaming them your own, and just, again, exploring just this giant universe of trillions of planets. And it is an experience that is one of a kind, and you really won't see anywhere else. Things I don't like about this game, okay? There is not many things to do. There really is not many things to do by all means, okay? That's the one big thing that's really lagging on this game. It's one thing I hate the most is that it can get really repetitive at times, because, you know, exploring and doing all that stuff is really cool. But the thing that gets boring is that there's just nothing else to do besides that, okay? The most things you can do is explore planets, and then you can upgrade your ships and upgrade your character to get to the center of the galaxy. But besides that, there really isn't much to do. You know, again, I recommend they add stuff like quests, maybe, that some of the aliens can give you, and then you can get certain gear. Maybe add some base building as well. Maybe you can do some, I don't know, maybe you can add console mods. You know, I see Fallout do it. Why not No Man's Sky? I don't know. I'm not really too sure what they can do on that, but there's tons of things they can do. There really is a lot. But I just feel like some of those things are the reason why this game isn't, you know, as it doesn't really reach the hype that it was building up to this game. I, again, think it is a good game. There's just some things lacking from this game, and I don't think it's worth $60, guys. I would wait for a sale to buy this game. If I would say this game would probably be cost like $40 or under. It's not worth the $60. So in the end, I'm going to give this game a 6.5 out of 10, alright? I want to like this game, I really do, and I do have a lot of fun. The first 2 days of me playing this game, I had a blast, but after a while, I sort of found how this game can get really repetitive, because there just, again, isn't really too much to do within this game. So that's about it. Hopefully this review was helped you guys out a little bit, and I really hope you made up your minds, and that is about it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more reviews, as well as other games, other survival games out there, other first-person shooters games, and all that. I like doing videos and all that stuff. But that's about it. My name is Kyle once again, and I'm out. Peace.